When you press play on a video like this, something quiet but real happens inside you. There is a small shift, almost impossible to name, like a curtain moving in a room with closed windows. You do not see the wind, but you feel the air change. And the strange part is that this shift did not start in the video. It started in you. There are moments when you look at something simple, like a random clip, and a part of you knows it is not random. It feels almost personal, as if the moment waited for you, as if nothing moved until you looked at it. Most people think moments appear on their own, but the truth is that moments shape themselves the second you pay attention. You think you are just watching, but actually you are changing the meaning of what you see. You think things appear first and you react later, but actually your attention gives them weight, color, and direction. And right now, you are doing that without even trying. There is something honest about attention. It shows what matters to you even before you admit it. You may say you do not know what you want, but the way you stop, the way you linger, the way your chest tightens for one quiet second tells a different story. Most people feel confused when they pay attention to something simple, but suddenly feel a spark of recognition. They think it is random. But here is what it really means. You are not pulled by the content. You are pulled by the part of yourself that wants to wake up. You are living through a moment that many people never notice. Life keeps moving, days keep repeating, and everything looks the same until a single moment breaks the pattern. It might be a sentence, a feeling, a memory rising from nowhere. It might be the strange sense that you are meant to hear something right now, in this exact second. And that moment becomes a mirror. Not a mirror for your face, but a mirror for the part of you that has been waiting to be seen. Here is the truth. Nothing changes in your life until you turn your attention toward something with honesty. Not with fear, not with pressure, with honesty. And the moment you do that, the world around you shifts in ways that are hard to describe. You stop running on old stories. You stop repeating the same inner script. You begin to sense the difference between noise and signal. You feel the weight of certain thoughts fall away. You notice that some things drain you, while others make you breathe deeper. Most people think watching something is passive, but actually it is an act of creation. You shape the meaning of what enters your mind. You decide what stays. You decide what grows. And when you look at something with clarity, it becomes real in a way it was not before. You are not just observing this moment, you are giving it form. There is a small practice you can try even now, without moving, without changing your breath, without doing anything on the outside. Let your attention rest on the part of you that feels slightly more awake right now, not the loud part, the quiet one. Notice how it leans forward, how it listens, how it softens. That inner movement is real. That is the place where change begins. Hold it for a moment. Not tightly, just enough to feel it. You think you are searching for answers, but actually you are searching for a moment where you feel present again. A moment where life stops rushing past you. A moment where something in you finally says, yes, this is what I needed to hear. When people reach that moment, they often feel a mix of calm and fear, because they know something old is ending. They know they cannot go back to the version of themselves who pretended not to care. They know something woke up. If you feel even a small part of that shift, write one word in the comments that describes the feeling rising in you right now. Tune in. Recalibrate. Shift your frequency. There is a strange moment that happens when you look at something and feel as if it looked back at you, not with eyes but with meaning, as if the moment itself noticed you. People often ignore this because it feels too subtle, too easy to dismiss. But you did not dismiss it. You stayed. You watched. And something inside you leaned forward again. That small inner tilt is not random. It reveals more about you than 1,000 thoughts ever could. You think you came here out of curiosity, but actually you came here because a quiet part of you is tired of running in circles. There is a point in every life where the outer noise becomes so loud that the inner voice gets buried. You start doing things without feeling them. You wake, work, scroll, sleep, repeating the same pattern without noticing the cost. And then, without warning, Something breaks through the numbness. A sentence, a moment, a simple video that feels strangely personal. And you cannot explain why it matters, but you know it does. Most people feel this and then run away from it. They fear the feeling because it demands honesty. It asks them to stop pretending they are fine. It asks them to stop acting as if weariness is normal. But you stayed. And that tells me something. Here is the truth. You have been carrying a silent weight for a long time. A weight made of unspoken thoughts, unanswered questions, and a quiet ache you never gave yourself permission to name. When you watched the first part, that weight shifted. Even if you barely noticed it, you felt a crack in the surface. You think this crack is weakness, but actually, it is the beginning of clarity. You think the heaviness means something is wrong with you, but actually it means your inner world is trying to get your attention. This is how change begins. Not loudly, not dramatically. It begins with a small pause where your mind stops fighting itself. There is something important happening inside you right now. A part of you is waking up, and another part is afraid of what that awakening will reveal. This tension is normal. It is the point where old patterns try to pull you backward while a deeper truth urges you forward. Most people choose the familiar pain because it feels safer than unfamiliar clarity. But you are not doing that. You are allowing yourself to face the shift without running from it. Let yourself notice something for a moment. Notice how your attention feels different now than when you first pressed play. Notice how the edges of your thoughts feel a little softer, how the noise inside you feels slightly quieter, how the pressure in your chest has loosened just enough to let you breathe more honestly. This feeling is not an accident. It is the effect of paying attention with sincerity, not with habit. Most people think breakthroughs arrive in loud moments, but the truth is that breakthroughs usually begin in quiet ones. They begin with a single thought that feels too clear to ignore. They begin when you realize that the life you have been living does not match the life you quietly hope for. They begin when you admit that the person you pretend to be is not the person your soul is trying to become. You think this moment is about a video, but actually, it is about the part of you that is done pretending. The part that wants truth more than comfort. The part that wants presence more than distraction. The part that wants to feel alive again, even if it means facing things you avoided. Before you keep listening, try a small inner shift. Not a physical action, not a breath pattern, just a gentle redirection of focus. Let your attention rest on the thought that feels the most alive in you right now. It might be soft, it might be unclear, it might be nothing more than a faint pull toward honesty. Hold that pull for a moment. Let it be real. Let it be yours. You may not realize it yet, but this small act is shaping how you experience the world. When you look at something with real attention, you do not just observe it. You enter it. You give it context. You give it meaning. And right now, the meaning you are giving this moment is revealing something important about your next chapter. You think you are just watching, but actually you are changing. Continue when ready. There is a point in every inner shift where something quiet becomes impossible to ignore. You feel it now. It is subtle, like a new layer of awareness settling behind your thoughts. You are not forcing it. You are not chasing it. It is simply there, like a soft light rising in a room you did not realize was dark. This is what happens when attention stops wandering and finally lands on something that speaks to the deeper part of you. Most people move through life without ever reaching this point. They rush, consume, react, and then wonder why nothing feels real anymore. They think clarity comes from effort, but here is the truth. Clarity comes when you finally stop running. It comes when your attention becomes honest. And honesty is not always loud. Sometimes it feels like a single moment where the noise inside you drops just enough for you to hear yourself again. You think you are drawn to this video because of curiosity, but actually you are drawn to it because a part of you is tired of feeling disconnected. Most people feel this disconnection every day, but they disguise it with movement and distraction. They keep going, hoping something outside will fix what they feel inside. But that is never how it works. You do not heal by adding more noise. You heal by noticing what the noise was hiding. Here is what most people never understand. When you look at something with real attention, you give it shape. When you look at your own inner world with the same attention, you give yourself permission to grow. And right now, you are doing both at the same time. You are shaping this moment, and this moment is shaping you. You think you are searching for answers, but actually you are searching for a place where your mind stops fighting itself. You think you want explanations, but what you truly want is grounding. A sense that you are here, alive, aware, and capable of shifting how you experience your life. This desire is not weakness. It is the first sign that your inner world is ready to evolve. Let yourself feel something simple. Notice how your thoughts slow down when you stop trying to control them. Notice how the tension in your chest softens when you stop forcing yourself to be strong. Notice how a small part of you feels almost relieved to pause. That relief is not random. It is the sign that your mind is tired of carrying the stories that keep you stuck. You think the heaviness you sometimes feel is a flaw, but actually it is your inner world trying to tell you that something needs to shift. Most people ignore this signal until it becomes unbearable. But you are not ignoring it. You are listening. And listening is the first step toward change that lasts. There is an old pattern in you that has been losing strength. You may not recognize it yet, but you feel it. The way you respond to pressure is changing. The way you talk to yourself is softening. The way you see your past is loosening its hold. These changes are small, but they are real. They begin in moments like this, moments where you stop pretending everything is fine and allow yourself to see what is actually happening inside you. For a second, bring your attention to the thought that has been trying to rise during this video. The one you have pushed away a few times. The one that feels honest even if it scares you. Let it come forward. Let it exist without judgment. Let it breathe. This is your micro practice, giving space to the thought that feels the most alive in you right now. Nothing more, nothing less. Most people feel uncomfortable when they face themselves clearly, but discomfort is not a sign of danger. It is a sign of growth. It shows that you are stepping out of an inner pattern that no longer fits. And when you reach this point, you cannot go back to who you were before. You can pretend for a while, but you will always feel the difference. You think this moment is small, but actually, it is a turning point, the beginning of a deeper honesty with yourself. And that honesty is going to reshape how you move through your life. There is a moment right before a deeper shift settles in, when everything inside you feels strangely still. Not empty, not numb, just still, as if your inner world is holding its breath. You may feel that now. A quiet awareness, like a light resting behind your thoughts, waiting for you to notice it fully. This is not something you force. It is something you recognize. Most people live their whole lives without ever pausing long enough to feel this. They move from distraction to distraction, hoping movement will create meaning. But here's the truth. Meaning does not come from movement. Meaning comes from attention. From the way you look at a moment. From the way you look at yourself. And right now, your attention is clearer than it has been in a long time. You think you are listening to a voice, but actually you are listening to your own inner shift. You think the clarity is coming from the outside, but actually it is rising from the inside. Many people never realize this. They think moments shape them, but moments only reveal what is already waiting within. There is something you have been avoiding, not out of fear, but out of habit. A thought you push aside, a truth you keep postponing, a question you are afraid to answer honestly. And yet, that truth keeps returning in small ways, soft ways, like a gentle tap on the shoulder. You feel it now. You feel that this moment is not here to entertain you. It is here to remind you. You think your mind is complicated, but actually it is tired. Tired of carrying stories that no longer match who you are becoming. Tired of replaying memories that drain you. Tired of pretending that old patterns still make sense. Most people feel this fatigue but never face it. But you are facing it now, even if only for a few seconds. And that willingness is rare. Let yourself notice something simple. Notice how your attention moves slowly now, without rushing from one thought to another. Notice how your awareness sits deeper in your chest, almost like it has weight. Notice how your mind is not trying to escape this moment. This ease may feel unfamiliar, but it is a sign that something inside you is reorganizing itself. Here is the truth most people miss. You do not rise into a new version of yourself by forcing strength. You rise by allowing softness, by letting old tension melt without demanding explanations, by giving yourself permission to stop running from the part of you that wants peace. Not the loud peace people pretend to have, but the quiet peace that makes you feel grounded again. You think awakening is a spark, but actually it is a slow, honest unfolding. It begins when you stop fighting the truth you already know. It continues when you allow yourself to feel what you have avoided. And it deepens when you choose presence over distraction, even for a few breaths. There is one thought in you that keeps resurfacing. You may not want to admit it yet, but you feel its pull. It asks you to stop hiding behind noise. It asks you to stop waiting for the perfect moment. It asks you to step into the version of yourself that feels more aligned, more alive, more willing to face your own truth. For a brief moment, bring your attention to that thought. Let it sit in the center of your awareness. Do not analyze it. Do not judge it. Just let it settle. This is your inner signal. This is the part of you that refuses to stay small. Most people feel this call and then silence it because it disrupts their comfort. But comfort is not the same as peace. Comfort keeps you still. Peace moves you forward. And what you feel rising in you now is not comfort. It is the beginning of peace. You are closer to yourself than you have been in a long time. You are closer to clarity, closer to honesty, closer to the moment where everything shifts quietly inside you. ChatGPT's Ghazal. There is a turning point in every inner journey where something inside you finally admits the truth. Not the loud truth you tell others, the quiet one you tell yourself when everything else falls away. You may feel that truth rising now gently, like a tide that refuses to retreat. It feels soft, but it carries weight. It is not here to overwhelm you. It is here to show you what you have been sensing all along. Most people wait for life to push them into clarity. They wait for signs, for dramatic moments, for something external to break the cycle they no longer want to live in. But here is the truth. Real change rarely comes from outside. It comes from a single inner moment where you can no longer pretend you do not hear yourself. And you are reaching that place now. You think you are reflecting on this moment, but actually this moment is reflecting you. Every thought that rises, every memory that stirs, every feeling that tightens or softens inside your chest is a message. Not a warning. A direction. A gentle pull toward the version of yourself you have been delaying. There is a quiet conflict in you. One part wants to hold on to the familiar. The other part wants to step into something clearer, lighter, more honest. Most people choose the familiar, even when it hurts them, because it feels safer than uncertainty. But look at yourself right now. You are not choosing safety. You are choosing awareness. You are choosing presence. You are choosing to sit with the feeling that something in you is ready to shift. You think you need answers before you move forward, but actually you only need to stop lying to yourself about what drains you. You know what exhausts you. You know what closes your chest. You know what steals your energy. You know what keeps your mind tense even when your body is still. And beneath all of that, you know what you truly want, even if the thought scares you. Let yourself notice something without turning away. Notice the pull toward honesty. Notice the part of you that wants to stop carrying old expectations. Notice how much easier it feels to breathe when you imagine letting go of what no longer fits. This ease is not random. It is the sign that your inner world is aligning with something truer. Most people misunderstand moments like this. They think feeling unsettled means they are breaking down. But what you feel now is not a collapse. It is an opening. The old weight is loosening. The old story is thinning. The old fear is losing its grip. You are not falling apart. You are shedding. There is a deeper layer to your awareness that is waking up. You may feel it as warmth, or stillness, or a strange sense of being more present than you expect. Whatever shape it takes, trust it. This is the part of you that sees clearly, the part that knows when a chapter is ending, the part that recognizes when a new path is forming even before you take the first step. For a moment, try something small. Let your attention rest on the truest feeling inside you right now. Not the loud feeling, the deep one, the one that sits behind your ribs. Hold it with gentle awareness. Let it speak without forcing words. This is your center. This is where your next choice will come from. This is where you stop repeating your past and start shaping your direction. You think this moment is fleeting, but actually, it is a foundation. A quiet beginning. A place where something new anchors itself inside you. Most people rush past this point because they fear what it asks of them. But you did not rush. You stayed. And because you stayed, this moment can settle fully in you. If something rose in you while listening, a word, a thought, a feeling you are ready to admit, write it in the comments. Let it be real. Let it be witnessed. Let it be the first step. Tune in. Recalibrate. Shift your frequency.